This week we're talking about moms.
The impact she had on how close you felt to her.
I have a dishonorable mention.
Oh, dishonorable. Okay, I can add one to that too. And we're live with the Boltage Bros podcast.
Welcome back, everyone. Last week we talked about the boss baby. This week we're talking about moms.
Because Mother's Day is this Sunday.
Correct. But this video is probably going to come out next month instead. So y'all are going to be late to the actual Mother's Day. But for us, we're having fun for this Mother's Day because we love moms.
If you want, just put it on your watch later list for a year from now.
That works as well.
Or to watch it twice.
So I couldn't find a lot of movies with moms.
Yeah.
Lots of them are not
Stretch.
there.
Yeah.
Lots of them are aunts
Yeah.
instead of the
Yeah.
mom. And lots of them are dead.
Yeah. One of them that showed up for me was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like Aunt May is a great motherly figure. And I was like, yeah, but Aunt May.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
So it's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some great moms in movies. And I have a list of top 5. What about you?
I also have a list of top 5. Once I started going through, I could find some, but it is hard to find like great ones.
Yeah.
You know, because
Well-
I think one that I didn't use was Big Hero 6. Oh wait, no, she's an ant.
Exactly.
Yeah, wait.
She's an
Oh,
ant.
I'm glad I crossed that off. Then. Yeah, doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say if she was the mom, like, it still doesn't really work that well because it's not even a big part of the movie. She's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember that one in particular.
Yeah, same. That's also an issue I had, was remembering the movie or that aspect of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing is, nobody's perfect. So
Right.
it's not like people are going to make parents in movies look perfect. They're
Right.
all going to have their flaws, and we know that moms have flaws,
Mm-hmm.
but we love them.
Yeah.
And we love parents.
Except our mom. Our mom's perfect.
Exactly. Mom, if you're watching, we love you. You are the number one mom out there. As for movies, before we get into top 5, I
Mhm.
have one honorable mention. Actually, 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
One is Aunt May.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Doesn't count, but she's awesome,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the newest one when she's really a part of the plot.
Yeah.
And
And spoiler, she dies.
yep,
Right.
as they do.
Mhm.
And she's the one who gets to say the quote about great power and
Oh, yeah.
responsibility. And as
Oh,
soon as she
yeah.
says that, you're gone.
Mhm.
That's what happens. If you're perfect, you can't be there. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why there's so many moms not in the movies,
That's
because
why.
they're just too good. Can't have
Yeah.
perfect characters in movies. They're not interesting.
That's true.
So,
I can give an honorable mention too,
okay.
if you want. I had on the list. I didn't put it in my top 5, but it was Queen Ramonda. Is that how you say it? From
I don't know.
Black Panther.
Okay, nice.
Mainly the second one.
Yeah.
And the first one, she doesn't have much of a role. She's not
And
there too much. But,
She's a beast.
right. She is. She's amazing. She's strong, even through all the grief. Right. And she guides. What's her name? Shuri. To be what she can be.
Mhm.
Right. And obviously dies because
Yeah.
she's good.
She's too good.
Right. So follows the thought process we've been having.
Yeah. Another great mom who is also dead is Miss Gump. Miss Gump from Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah.
Because she has the awesome quote, "Life's a box of chocolates,
Mhm.
Forrest. You never know what you're going to get."
Mhm.
So honorable mention for the quote. And she doesn't have a first name. She's just called Mrs. Gump.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, should we get into the top 5 then?
I have a dishonorable mention.
Oh, dishonorable. Okay, I can add one to that too.
Dishonorable mention is Kate McAllister from Home Alone 1
Oh
and 2.
yeah, yeah,
She loses her kid twice.
right.
She gets to be in a second movie
Isn't
because
it
she
a
is not.
3?
I don't think he's in the third
Oh,
one
okay,
or her.
okay,
But she gets to be in a movie twice because she's not perfect.
right.
Yes.
Well, I was reading online because when I was looking at movies, Home Alone is one that popped up,
Mhm.
and it was in some Reddit post or something.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, she kind of sucks because she left her child, but she didn't rest until she got her child, so
There you
she's
go.
awesome."
She
I
is
was like,
awesome. Honorable
"Sure,"
mention.
but somehow you left him in a different country, so
Yeah.
yeah,
If you
crazy.
knew.
I have a dishonorable mention too.
Okay.
We already talked about this before, but I guess How to Train Your Dragon,
Mhm.
second movie, because she's just forgiven,
Yeah.
like just right away, and all she did, if you guys aren't familiar, she got taken by dragons because the dragons thought she was special, and she decided to stay with the dragons and protect them instead of raising her newborn son. Right?
Dishonorable mention.
Like what? And then for some reason it's just okay. They never talk about that.
Yeah. It was needed for a plot twist
Yeah.
for his mom to be alive in the movie.
Well, the
So
dad had to die, so they had to bring the mom in.
the dad became perfect. Had
Right.
to die.
So they brought the mom.
So.
It's always one.
Well, let's talk about the great ones.
hmm
You want to start with your number 5?
I can start with my number 5.
Okay.
I feel like our lists are going to be pretty different,
Oh, really?
mainly because there's so many that neither of us found. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm excited to see what you
Right.
have. I
Okay.
have no idea.
Well, at number 5, I have A Quiet Place.
Okay.
The mom, Evelyn Abbott.
Interesting.
Abbott? Evelyn Abbott? I don't know.
Yep.
I
She's on my list as well.
Oh, she is on your list.
Mhm.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Okay, interesting. Well, I have her at number 5 because, first off, it's an apocalyptic world, right? She's with all these young children. I don't know how old they are. She's pregnant. She
Mhm.
has, how old is the youngest kid? Like 4? I
Well,
don't know.
there was 2 of them, and then another one who was really young,
Right,
and then she's pregnant.
right. And so to that age, especially, it's pretty traumatic what
Mhm.
you're doing, right? And so as a mom, what she was able to do was help them through that,
Mhm.
help them learn through to grow through their trauma, to learn to only use sign, um, and just be able to protect themselves, be mature,
Yeah.
whatnot, but while still giving them, they still had some fun at some points, right? Um,
Well, she sees who her kids are, especially the boy in the movie.
right.
He's one of his main character thing in the 2 movies is he's scared.
hmm
You know, he needs to learn to be brave. So
Right.
she's always telling him, "You are brave,"
Right.
and
Right.
you need to take care of me when I'm old. You know,
Right.
I don't know the sign.
Right.
I'm old.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right. Her children
great.
become what they are because of their mom, which is kind of how I judged a lot of this list. Is their children? How did they turn out?
There you go.
Yeah.
My number 5 is she's only my number 5 because I couldn't put her higher
Mm-hmm.
because it was like the obvious choice.
Okay.
No offense if you put it as your number 1 or something, but
Uh-huh.
Helen Parr from
Okay.
The Incredibles,
Okay.
voiced by Holly Hunter.
I didn't put her on my list.
Okay,
Mhm.
maybe it's not that obvious,
Mhm.
but
But I did have her written down.
that was the first one I thought of,
Gotcha.
so I put her as number 5
Gotcha.
because she's great. She
Yeah,
goes and
true.
she goes to save her kids,
Mhm.
even when she hasn't been a superhero for a long time.
Right.
She's scared about it.
Mm-hmm.
She gets beaten up by a newspaper from Edna.
Yeah.
And then she pulls herself together.
Pull yourself together.
Yeah. And she does it.
Mhm.
And she's awesome the whole
Right.
time.
It's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I almost put her at it in the bottom of the list. I almost put her at 5 because of her ability to put family first,
Mhm.
and the superhero stuff was secondary. It was used to help her family.
Mhm.
until the second one, and then it was kind of yeah,
Yeah.
but that kind of
Exactly.
changed. But if you just focus on the first one, that's what it is. Family first, superhero stuff second. Usually the superhero stuff came because she needed to help her family,
Yeah.
and obviously the father just wanted to go do superhero things.
Was
Right.
lacking in that.
Right.
He needed the character change.
Exactly.
He wasn't perfect.
Exactly. But he didn't die when he got perfect.
And yeah. Um so I'll go to my number 4 now.
Okay.
My number 4 is the one who is also dead. She's not in the movie very long.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Coral
Coral.
from Finding Nemo.
Oh man, I saw that. I didn't even put it on my thing. 'Cause...
I scrolled by I was looking on Google and stuff. I scrolled by the Nemo picture. I was like, oh, I got to put her on my list.
Yeah.
Voiced by Elizabeth Perkins. So she is awesome because she names Nemo. That's the one thing she does.
Right.
And she's not perfect
Mm-hmm.
until, well, I guess you can say that she is because she's dead. Because the last thing that she did was try to go save her kids. She did it in the wrong way. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
Which is sad. But she was awesome for it.
That's true.
Yep.
That is true. I saw that come across my screen multiple times, Finding Nemo, but I just didn't remember anything about her.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't even put it.
She sacrifices herself, but she did it in the wrong way, which is sad, but she's still awesome.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Ready for my number 4?
Yep.
Okay. My number 4 is Frigga from Thor.
Nice.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Right. Loki and Thor's mom.
Nice.
Which I was proud of that one because she's for some reason forgettable a little bit because I think she dies in the second one, right? And the second one is very forgettable movie.
She's too perfect.
Right. She is, exactly. But I chose her because she's literally like your superhero mom. I know you already said Incredibles, but she is the perfect superhero mom because she is, well, first caring, determined, strong, all those things, right? But she knows magic and she knows how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
She can do those things without hesitating. She also loved both her sons equally, even though Loki obviously adopted an ice giant, all that stuff. Still taught him magic, even when he was in jail. Still visited him. And obviously, like I said earlier, I kind of judge it based off of how the children turned out. Thor turned out great. Loki eventually turned out great
in the end.
In the end. But mainly, the impact she had on Loki, how close he felt to her, is what changed his trajectory. Right? Yeah. He would protect his mom. He would not. That is someone he would protect at all costs, and you knew that. He accidentally got her killed, but still.
Yeah, I can't remember any specifics, but I know that they both at least had memories of her. You know, they mentioned her later on in their stories, even when she wasn't around.
Right.
So
when she came back in Endgame.
Yeah.
Remember
right.
that?
She gives him she gives Thor his last motivation.
Right, exactly, to get him out of his slump.
You're not the right Thor, but hey,
yeah,
like you can do this.
Well, that's the other thing too.
I want to go watch that scene.
Yeah, she was so wise that she even knew that that's not the son she knows now.
Well, you also, I mean, how wise you have to be.
That's true. But like, she'd obviously seen a lot because it didn't really like stump her or surprise her even.
Yeah,
she was just kind of like, I'll roll with this.
Yeah, this is what my son needs right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna ask questions how he got here, why he's fat, right? Like all these things.
Yeah. True.
I'm gonna help him.
Yeah.
That's why Frigga's number 4.
That's awesome. What's your number 3?
Number 3. Okay. Number 3. Oh yeah, I was proud of this one too. The Sixth Sense.
I saw that on there. I knew that it was a family movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Okay. I do. Somewhat. But her name's Lynn.
Oh, The Sixth Sense.
Lynn Sear. Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I was
Sun sees
for some
ghosts.
reason I was thinking signs when you said that.
Oh no no. But Lynn Sear, I chose her because of how she helps her kid. Right, the kid is like, I see ghosts, or what's the phrase?
I see dead people.
I see dead people. Right, um, and she believes him when he finally tells her his secret that he can see dead people. She believes him and supports him. She's not a mom who's like, "You're crazy, 8-year-old son," or however old he was. 10.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I need to get you into a doctor or something. Right?
Yeah.
She just supported him, helped him, and then it kind of capitalized at the end when he shared a message from his grandma to his mom. And I forget what the message was, but it was something important, and it brought them really close together. And it was cool to see that the son felt close enough to his mom that he could tell her, I see dead people, and that he knew she wouldn't go crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, people didn't believe her either.
Yeah.
So she had that. Even, what am I trying to say? So I guess she related in that. Anyways, my number 3?
Yep.
Okay. My number 3 is Duchess from the Aristocats.
I don't think I've even seen it.
The Aristocats?
I don't think I have.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
It's a classic for me.
I know. I hear about it all the time.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, she's awesome because she's nice.
Yeah.
And she gets lost in the woods with her kids, lost in the rivers. And she makes it through, gets back, and she even convinces an alley cat, changes his heart to become a dad, to become a father to these kids. And she cares about her. Is her? Yeah. She cares about her owner enough to get back to her, you know? She isn't distracted by all the things of the world when she gets out there and sees everything. Her one mission is to get back because she cares so much about the person who owns them because she needs them.
Right.
So she gets back to her owner. She changes an alley cat to be a good father, and she protects her kids the whole time.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Well, it's awesome. It was a classic for me and our older sister.
Okay. Somehow I've never seen it.
No, that's funny.
Wait, is it like Aristocats, like the cat movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen that with you guys when I was like 5.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything about it.
It's got the ducks.
Right.
The geese.
I just remember the song. What's the song?
Din, 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 din,
I think so.
That one?
I'm not sure.
I've listened to that song on repeat for like an hour before.
What?
The goose waddling song.
Not the song I was thinking. I don't think it was like. It was. Oh, I would rather be a cat or.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I remember.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So I'll do my number 2.
Okay, go for it.
My number 2. Oh, my number 2 is from a TV show.
Okay.
So I just counted it anyways. And it's Sally Jackson from Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
In the new TV series, huh?
Played by Virginia Cull. Because I don't remember the movies enough
to,
and I don't think they were good enough anyways.
I mean, I just forgot everything about it anyway. So.
Yeah, which was needed. But in the TV show, she's awesome. She has a line that comes back all the time telling Percy, hold fast.
Right.
You know, he has some flashback scenes about where she's teaching him how to swim.
Oh, true.
And she gets a little frustrated, but she comes through and is always kind to Percy and always relatable and always she makes sure that Percy is loved and that he knows his potential, and she sacrifices for herself for him.
Right.
she doesn't die. She's not perfect. As I said, she gets frustrated.
Not
So,
yet. The series
yes.
isn't over.
She survives. But she does sacrifice herself for Percy at the beginning.
Hmm.
And the whole movie, the whole first series and first book revolves around Percy trying to get his mom back because he
Right.
cares so much about her.
Right.
So she's a big part of it, and she's awesome.
Yeah. That's great. I briefly thought about the series, but I didn't remember enough to put it down on my list. Okay, well, my number two then.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
number two is Molly Weasley
Oh, nice.
from Harry Potter.
Nice.
Yeah,
Side character mom.
right. Side character mom. But honestly, she's the main mom
Yep.
because she cares about every single kid,
Mm-hmm.
right? She has, how many kids do they have? Like 8 or
1,
something?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe.
7? Okay,
think.
7 kids, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's 7 kids that they have to take care of. Who they're poor, obviously.
And they're all different.
Right, every single one, and she mothers every single one of them. But then Harry Potter comes into the picture, treats him like her child as well, because he
Mhm.
didn't have a mom. Whenever Hermione's there, she's easily a mother for her as well. Anybody that gets brought in, she treats like her child and makes sure
Nice.
they're okay, they're healthy, they're protected, everything. And then she has the famous line in the last movie where someone's trying to kill Ginny,
Mm-hmm.
and she starts fighting, goes, "Not my daughter, you."
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
best line.
it's the best line, right? I think that makes everybody cheer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty awesome. So I put her there because, like I said, she cares for all of them. She'd do anything for all of them, whether she's the biological mom or not.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm sad I missed out on that, putting
Yeah.
her on my list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna replace her with Coral
Okay.
because Coral's not in it for long enough.
Right.
Coral can now be an honorable mention, and
Right.
I can put Molly Weasley.
Okay. There we go. Well, am I going with my number one now?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do my number one first because
Okay.
my number one is Evelyn from Quiet Place.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you already
right,
mentioned
you
it on
did say
number
it was
5.
on your list.
So she's number
Mhm.
1 for me because she gives birth in the apocalypse,
Right.
and she does it in silence enough to survive,
Mhm.
and then she walks it off and shoots some monsters the same day.
Yeah,
So
that's true. I think maybe she's a 5 for me because I don't remember the movie enough. I know it's one of your more favorite movies,
yeah,
so that makes sense. I like how you said she walked it off.
yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
and she stepped on a nail beforehand as
Oh,
well.
right.
So
I remember that scene, but I didn't remember it was her.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
well, she's my number 1,
Okay.
and yeah,
Okay. Well, you're gonna find this really funny.
okay.
Well, number 1, I have Miss Gump.
Oh wow, look at that. She was my honorable
I
mention.
know. I wish she was on your list though, because she's amazing, right? Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Um, I think maybe this one. I guess I don't remember the movie super super well, but I do remember Forrest Gump
Yeah.
as a character,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he was good, and that's it. He was good the whole time. He did not stray. He knew what he had been taught, right? His mother was the one who had instilled in him the beliefs that he had.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew that, and he took it, and he stayed with it.
Mm-hmm.
He never wavered, ever, right? And who taught him to do that? His mom. And his mom supported him in everything, and he did a lot, like a lot of different things,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whether it was ping pong in China or going to war, running across the country multiple times, right? She was, I mean, she died, but
She's perfect.
right, she was perfect, so she had to die, but she was there long enough to make an impact.
Mm-hmm. I didn't remember her enough, but I really thought that she would be awesome. So I did. I actually wrote one more quote that she said,
Mm-hmm.
and it's I was destined to be your mama.
Right.
So, yeah, the fact that that was when she's talking to Forrest and she's almost dying of old age,
Right.
or maybe something else, but and she's talking about destiny and about life's a box of chocolates, and
Right.
she says I didn't know my destiny, but turns out my destiny was to be your mama.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome.
it's awesome.
It is awesome. I just love how much she instilled in him, like his ability to not feel limited.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
He can do whatever. What does he say at one point too? Even with love, right? He says, "I may not know much, but I know what love is."
that was a pretty good impression.
Right. Thanks. But that,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good line,
Just
man.
teaching him that even he can love, he can play ping pong, he can go to war, he can run, he can do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually have another number one,
Okay.
and
Tied.
it's our mom.
Okay. Not tied. She's above number one.
Our mom is so awesome
Mm-hmm.
because she cares about us so much, and she's so interested in everything that we do. I'm imagining that she's every video that I've put out. I've done lots of different types of videos.
Mm-hmm.
She's always watched it, always liked it. She
Mhm.
shares it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
She supports the things I do. She's always come to my school plays.
Mm-hmm.
She always asks how my day was, and she helps me take care of the house when I need it. Like I have a bunch of weeds in the backyard. She came and I looked at it and I thought, wow, I'm gonna have to work on this little by little every day, and then I'll finally get it done one day. And then mom comes over and takes it all out in 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
she was awesome for doing that, and that's just the number one thing she wants to do when she comes over is she just looks around and sees what can be done to help out her child, and she's always willing to have people over to her house for whatever occasion,
Right.
and they can stay for however long.
Right.
She she's a mom of 6 kids, but and now we're all almost out of the house,
Mm-hmm.
but there's always someone else in there, like a cousin moves in or someone else moves in for a tiny bit, and she's just always welcoming, allows
Right.
them to come eat her
Right.
food, um, and I admire her, and she's
Right.
awesome, and she's my real number one.
Yeah, she's also my number one. Every single trait that I've mentioned about these moms in these movies, I'm able to recognize
Mm-hmm.
because I've seen them from our mom, right? What I said about Molly Weasley, about being supportive and protecting and helping every child, whether it's
Yeah,
her child or not, that's
I
our mom,
definitely see that in her.
right? Um, or with Mrs. Gump, just instilling in us uh, our beliefs and traditions and what we know to be true and good. We know because of her,
Mm-hmm.
and only because of her.
And like Mrs. Incredible, she puts her family first,
Right.
and her superpowers of cleaning
Right.
after.
She's very serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying, to everyone.
Yeah, but she's not perfect, and we
So,
have to say that.
so she doesn't die.
Yes, she's not perfect.
We still need her here.
And we love her so much.
Very much.
Well, thanks for watching the video, and I had a lot of fun.
Me too. If you guys love your mom, then please subscribe and like this video, and leave a comment and tell us what mom character from a movie is your favorite.
There you go. Who do we miss out on? We want to know. There's some that was on his list that I totally forgot, so I know there's things that we forgot, and I want to hear about it.
Thanks for listening to Boltage Bros podcast. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.